That's my Bahama land, yeah. Friends in every place, a smile on every face. Children at play, time with family today. Someone fill my plate, homemade bread, I can't wait. I can't get enough, I will always stay in touch with my Bahama land, yeah.
Rev Voice introduces Bahamaland, an unlimited nationwide calling plan for only $5 a month. So call home today and connect again with Bahamaland. Home never felt so close.
My Bahama land, yeah.
Fire destroys 2 homes, leaving more than 10 children homeless. The police commissioner responds to the Prime Minister's recent comments about crime and his legacy. The DPM discusses Family Island projects, plus what CWC's new CEO thinks of BTC. Those stories and a whole lot more on the way. I'm Vonique Chute, and NB12 Weekend starts now. Topping news, 2 single mothers are searching for answers tonight after fire destroyed both their homes, leaving them and more than 10 children homeless. The fire started around 2 Saturday morning, quickly swallowing the 2 wooden structures which sat on one property. They believe the blaze is the work of an arsonist.
Just horrible. I was left with nothing. Nothing for my baby, nothing for my rest of the children, nothing for me. It's just horrible.
Holding her 1-year-old son in her arms, Veronique Rigby cried as she recalled the fire that destroyed the only place she and her sister Juliet have ever called home. The 2 sisters grew up in this small yard on Union Village, and after their parents passed away, they took over 2 wooden houses built next to each other. However, at 2 o'clock Saturday morning, all of that went up in smoke when a fire started in the tiny bedroom occupied by Rigby's son and rapidly spread to her sister's home. The mother of 8 and grandmother of 4 told NB12 she wasn't there when the fire started, but when she got the news, she raced home, fearing the worst.
I thought my children were still in the house, but God was good. I found every one of them, my grandchildren also, and I just thank God. All we need now is some help so we could get back on our feet. I had to move my grandson off the step because just how they sit him on the step for safety, he just sit there shaking.
Meantime, Rigby's sister Juliet, who has 4 children and 2 grandchildren, says they were all asleep when the strong smell of smoke filled the air.
We was in the house and my son heard some foot tracks and he didn't get up. But when we did get up, both houses was on fire. And we lost everything.
She says her gut instinct was to wake the children and get them out of the 2 houses as quickly as possible. She says they walked away with nothing but the clothes on their backs, but at least they made it out alive.
Well, at first I sat down and I cried because I knew I lost everything, but everyone was okay. And I just realized that, hey, everything is gone, but we still have each other, and we have to start from scratch. Everything is gone. The memories of my mother, my brother, my father, everything is just gone. Everything gone.
Rigby believes the blaze was the work of an arsonist.
Because the way it was caught, it was caught from a bedroom. And ain't no candle or nothing was light, so someone had to find it.
And you mentioned your home doesn't have any electricity, so it couldn't have been an electrical.
Electricity in it. So we couldn't have got the fire because the cord is cut from the pole to the road. So we couldn't have caught a fire like that.
Their neighbor Marlon Newton called the incident unfortunate, noting that Veronique's home was destroyed the very day contractors were expected to complete repairs to the small wooden structure as part of the Urban Renewal Small Home Repairs Program.
Actually, I just invested over $5,000 for Urban Renewal in repairing our house. I installed new bathroom. Everything was just renewed. I was just supposed to complete it up to date. All of the hard work that I've done, all of the money that Urban Renewal and myself has invested, time, money, and everything was just gone. It was just destroyed.
Rigby says Marathon Member of Parliament Jerome Fitzgerald and representatives from social services visited the scene on Saturday and made temporary living arrangements for her and her children. They're all appealing to the public for assistance. Rigby says she can be reached at 552-3657.
Clothes, food. We just need the help. I have grandchildren, children. We just need the help.
Pampers for the kids, food, clothes, whatever. They're accepting anything, you understand? They really need some help. Their whole family's been wiped out. Everything has been destroyed. They really need some help.
We shall survive. We'll stand. It's hard now, but it will get better over the time, and I still thank God.
After initially refusing to address the matter, Commissioner of Police Greenslade has responded to Prime Minister Perry Christie's comments about crime and his legacy. While discussing the issue of crime during an urban renewal luncheon held earlier this month, Christie said his legacy would not totally rely on the police force and its leadership. Let's take a listen.
I'm not prepared to have my own legacy, my own reputation tied to a total reliance on the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the leadership of that force.
Those comments raised a few eyebrows, and in an exclusive interview with NB12, Ellison Greenslade said he would remain respectful, adding that when it is his time to move on, he will.
I've said before, the Commissioner comes from a place of respect, and that is a place that I will remain. When I'm no longer able to maintain that semblance of control of myself and to demonstrate that level of intelligence, I believe I've lost the ability to continue to serve as your commissioner. And let me tell you, I will know when my train has arrived at the station. And when it arrives, I will get off that train and I will not look back, and I will continue to love you all as I do now.
Greenslade insisted that while there's always room for improvement, police officers have done extremely good work, and he continues to be moved by words of encouragement from the public.
I'm so happy that the Bahamian public have reposed confidence in me to serve as a commissioner. And there are many days when there's affirmation, where people call to say, Commissioner, I'm praying for you. We believe that you have the right intentions.
Since coming to office nearly 2 years ago, the Christie administration has promised a number of infrastructural projects for the Family Islands. In an interview with NB12, Minister of Works and Urban Development Philip Brave Davis insisted government has not forgotten about those promises, and added that relief is on the way for communities like North Andros, where roads have become nearly impassable. Jasmine Bonamy reports.
Take a drive along just about any of the main roadways used by motorists in North Andros and you'll experience roadways filled with pesky potholes. It's a nightmare that Andros residents tell our news team they've endured for too long. The issue has not gone unnoticed. In an interview with our news team last year, Davis said the government was looking to spend $20 million on road repairs in Andros, but he could not say when the work would commence. When we caught up with him this week, he revealed that the topic was on Cabinet's agenda on Tuesday. According to Davis, during those Cabinet discussions, the ministers reviewed the scope of works that needed to be done and how it would be paid for.
Whether we go by a public-private partnership for the works that is required for North Andros, I'll be sitting down with the Minister of State and Finance within the next 4 or 5 days to craft a pathway to deciding how we implement that program.
Meantime, our Cable Bahamas team in Andros sent us this video of roadways stretching more than a mile long, showing just how bad the roadways have deteriorated. And as the video shows, the roadways in Andros have gotten so bad that residents insist they're taking a serious toll on their vehicles. Here in the capital, Davis admits it's a serious issue and says borrowing funds may be an option.
But we are on the way of answering and responding to the cries of North Andros and their roads.
Okay, and with the deplorable state of roads in Andros is nothing new. Back when it was in power, the Ingram administration traveled to Andros in December 2011. Then Minister of Works Nico Grant signed a $2.5 million contract for the repair of 5.3 miles of road in Stanyard Creek. The project employed reportedly 80 workers. Meantime, Davis says he could not give a timeline for when the new round of works would begin. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Bonamy.
The new deal struck between the Bahamas government and Cable and Wireless Communications has been labeled by the Prime Minister as a win-win. However, there was one point early last year when Christie said the two sides remained fixed in their positions and there may be no point in continuing. CWC Phil Bentley insisted, however, the two sides had never reached an impasse.
That's not my impression at all. I mean, look, I only joined the company 2 weeks ago, but I met the Prime Minister in London. I've met him twice here in Bahamas and been over again a third time. So I don't think that indicates in any way there's an impasse. I think we were looking to find the right solution, and that's what I'm confident we've done today.
Christie announced the terms of a deal the government signed with CWC on Wednesday. The deal will see CWC transfer more than $5 million of its shares to the government to be held in a trust for the Bahamian people. Bentley, who has visited the Bahamas for the third time in the past 3 weeks, says the Bahamas is an important market for CWC, and the telecoms giant looks forward to investing more in BTC. We
have a first-class team here. We now have good support from the government, and of course, as competition comes to Bahamas, we've got to show that BTC is the telephone company of the Bahamians, and it now is, and we can say that with confidence. So we're looking forward to investing more here in the Bahamas and making the company a real success. And
still to come on NB12 Weekend, the NCTU president speaks out on working conditions in the public sector. The details are on the other side of the break.